In this new video, we will see how to create a rule that observes one or more attributes of a model and is executed if any of its values change. In MatterScript, this is possible through the listen clause, which is entered after the name of a rule. In this clause, the model and its respective attributes are indicated, from which we wish to observe their changes in value. In this case, we will use this rule with listen to visualize the location that we enter in the layout on the map through a marker. First, we'll go to the createTreasure.ms file and start creating a rule in the createTreasure rule context. We will name this rule as Visualize Treasure on Map. Rule: Visualize Treasure on Map. Open curly brackets. Close curly brackets. Now we will define the listen for this. We have to define what attributes we want to observe its value changes. In this case, we will look at the name, latitude, and longitude attributes of the createTreasure experience. In this way, we can now define the listen clause in the following way. Rule: Visualize Treasure on Map. Listen. Open parenthesis. Name, comma, latitude, comma, longitude from createTreasure as CT. Close parenthesis. Open curly brackets. Close curly brackets. At the end of the name of the model that we want to observe, we have to place the statement as CT. This serves to reference the instance of the model whose attribute was modified and access it through this variable. Now we have our observer defined, so any change of value in the attributes will execute the rule. We need to check that when these are null, our rule is not executed. In this way, we avoid access problems for null variables. We will do this with the clause when. This clause allows adding conditions for the execution of the rule, so that they will be evaluated and depending on the result, the rule will be executed or not. Keep in mind that this clause is independent of the listen clause. We will add the when statement so that when the latitude and longitude attributes are different from null, the rule is executed. Rule: Visualize Treasure on Map. Listen. Open parenthesis. Name, comma, latitude, comma, longitude from createTreasure as CT. Close parenthesis. When. Open parenthesis. CT.latitude. Exclamation mark equals null. Double ampersand. CT.longitude. Exclamation mark equals null. Close parenthesis. Open curly brackets. Close curly brackets. We have finished the definition of our rule. We just have to define the execution logic. This rule will update the map view component and will always show a single marker in it. So we'll have to make sure to erase all the markers. For this, we will use an if structure, which validates the number of elements of the marker array structure. We will check the amount of elements of the treasure location in map attribute with the size open parenthesis, close parenthesis method of arrays. If it is greater than 0, it will be executed. In the execution of it, we will use the remove all open parenthesis, close parenthesis method to remove all its elements. If open parenthesis ct.treasure_location_in_map.size open parenthesis, close parenthesis greater than 0 close parenthesis open curly brackets ct.treasure_location_in_map remove all open parenthesis, close parenthesis, close curly brackets. Continuing with the logic of the rule, we will have to verify that the name of the marker entered in the layout is not equal to null. We will do this in the following way. We will create a variable of string type called marker name, and we will assign the value treasure. This is done so that a marker name is always shown. Then, an if structure that validates that the name attribute is different from null, and in that case executes the assignment of the value contained in the attribute to the variable marker name. String marker name equals treasure. If open parenthesis ct.name exclamation mark equals null close parenthesis open curly brackets marker name equals ct.name close curly brackets. Now we need to get the coordinates entered. For this, we will create an instance of the built-in location model. This model is made up of the latitude and longitude attributes, both of double type. Then, we will write the following statement. Location, LOC, equals location, open parenthesis, latitude, colon, ct.latitude, comma, longitude, colon, ct.longitude, close parenthesis. We only need to create the marker that we will add to the map view. For this, we will have to create an instance of the built-in marker model, named event marker. We invoke the constructor and initialize it with the name and location entered in the layout. Marker, event marker, equals marker, open parenthesis, location, colon, LOC, comma, title, colon, marker name, close parenthesis. We will also define the value of the show bubble attribute that, depending on its value, will show the marker information bubble, so its value will be equal to true. Finally, we have the left icon attribute, which defines the image that will be shown in the marker. In this case, we enter the image https://goo.gl/sg9rg9, close parenthesis. We already have our marker created. We just need to add it to our map view. We will do this with the add open parenthesis, close parenthesis method of our treasure location in map array, and as a parameter, we will pass the marker instance, event marker. ct.treasureLocationInMap.add, open parenthesis, event marker, close parenthesis. We have already defined our rule and its corresponding execution logic, so we can save by pressing save. We will test it in the emulator to verify that we have done everything correctly.